Q Army, happy Valentine's Day. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, let's do this. You guys ready? Valentine's Day to all you beautiful patriots out there. We've got, what is it, February 14th, 2020, Shady Groove. Wow, happy Valentine's Day, man.
Hey, happy Valentine's Day, my love.
My love. You know what? I love you too,
doing,
bro.
Brother?
I love each and every one. Happy Valentine's Day, Brad Umholtz. Happy Valentine's Day,
Get
Teresa.
the hearts out there. Happy Valentine's Day, guys.
Happy Valentine's Day, Real Mentoring, Maria. Happy Valentine's Day. This is me when Q posts. I think that was you on Twitter. Happy Valentine's Day, Pickles. And you've been doing amazing. Thank you very much. United States of Q. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. Love you all. We love you, brother. Andy Social, where we go one, we go all. That's right. Christ believer. Happy Valentine's Day. We're all mad here. I'm not really that mad, but we can be. I'm happy.
We're mad as hell, and we're not going to take it anymore.
We're so happy we're mad.
we're happy to actually be mad.
We're happy to be mad. Exactly. Right? Sparky,
don't
happy Valentine's Day.
Prove me wrong.
Happy Valentine's Day. And it's your birthday, Mama Bear Q. Happy birthday and happy Valentine's Day. That's like a twofer.
Happy birthday.
Misunderstood. Hello, happy Valentine's Day. Sandy, hi. What's up? Happy Valentine's Day. Christian Supreme. Look at these guys. Cheer. Glamma, happy Valentine's Day for you, Truth for Freedom and I. Yeah, that's nice. Brian Garrison says happy VD Day. Let's see.
Brad's
Teresa.
trying to get Carly to be his Valentine.
Aw, Carly is a Valentine.
Brad,
she was Trinity the other day. You saw that, right?
I know.
Yeah, Brad.
I did.
And in fact, Brad is a really great guy. He is.
Brad.
He is. Thank you, Matrixxx and Sadie. Christian Supreme, God bless you, my brother. Happy Valentine's Day. Brother from another mother. Carly's like, what? Brad is trying to get you to be his Valentine's Day, Carly.
But we're not letting him because you're our Valentine.
Aw. Poor Brad.
Okay, Brad, you can have it for like a second.
Happy Valentine's Day queued up. What's up, my brother? He's a brother from another mother too, Shady. Damos, hello. How are you? Miss Q? Carlitine. That's awesome. Dexter Greener, happy Valentine's Day to you. Coffee Crew. Slow dip love me, says Coffee Crew. Well, we got a great show lined up for you. As you know, today is 45 days into the year.
Yes, it is.
And that'll come into handy a little bit later. Grandpa C is suspended for Twitter. Uh-oh.
Already?
Oh, boy. Brother from another continent.
What are you doing over there?
That's good. That's good.
Were you tweeting to Corny?
Oh, were you getting corny with Corny? Army Ranger. Hooah. Smooches from my daughter. Thank you, Rose Buddage. We love you. Be my Valentine, Matrixxx. Solent Green, because memes are people. Tell them. Solent Green is people. We got to tell them. Gotta tell them. Dida, will you be my Valentine? That's so sweet. You guys are amazing. Kristen just had to start her 5th account. That's interesting. Happy Valentine's Day, Carly. Trinity is awesome, by the way. Fiona, hello. Happy Drop Bear Day to you, mate. I love that.
Drop Bear Day?
Yeah, those are koalas.
It's not Drop Bear Day.
It is. Every day's Drop Bear Day.
Is it really?
Dude, they love their eucalyptus, man.
I know they do. They fall out of trees like iguanas when they're cold.
Happy Valentine's Day, boys, says JT Wild. JT Wild. Ems Dave. Barry, Sol is in the house. She's amazing, isn't she? She had a really good one today. We'll go check that out in a little bit. But Sol is probably one of the best memers I've ever ran into in my entire life. So I said it.
5-star. Top class.
I said it. You guys are awesome. Who doesn't love eucalyptic, says Trudy Nichols. Right? Oh my gosh. Let's see. These drop bears. I didn't know they were called drop bears. I thought that was really cool. I'm like, why are they called drop bears? And Fiona had to educate me a little bit.
Give you a little bit down under 411.
Yeah, apparently they're not as cute and loving as we say they are. I think they are.
No, they're pretty ambitious and aggressive, from what I understand.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is a drop bear, guys.
Yep.
There you go.
Oh!
That's an artist's depiction of a drop bear, mate. But look at that. Isn't that amazing? I love it.
Here, let me put that in my car and drive around with it.
Right, you can hang out with it, Shady. You can. Yeah, that would be a good one to hang out with.
Like kangaroo pouch.
Right? Oh, giving it away. Here we go. So that's the drop bear. There was one really funny one that we got too. We found this one where it was like, "This is my drop bear in my final form," and it was hilarious. Trump card says, "Happy Valentine's Day." Trump card is about to be played. It's going to be biblical. Hello, Patriots. LK Dark to Light. Welcome to the show, my brother. In fact, if you haven't gotten over there, subscribe to. Just click on his just go there with the 3 dots. Click the 3 dots. What is it? What do you do? How do you do that? You go to channel. Go to channel and go over there and subscribe to Dark to Light. LK, I think he's got something really cool coming up real soon. The 93 series as well. Cult series.
Also, thanks so much for all of the people that have joined the channel and become members here. This has been really cool the last few weeks of getting to know you guys better and being in the Discord with you guys and having all the fun emojis through the whole impeachment debacle and now some of the new stuff that's going on. This is a really great environment, and so thank you guys for supporting us. I really, if you guys didn't notice, the people that have the green names are members here on our channel, and they support us by $4.99 a month subscription at least, and for $9.99 you could come over and get into the Discord with us whenever we're on the night shift and stuff. Matrixx, that's really fun with all the new people, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And I've been a little I've been in there a few times, and I think what we need to do is after the show, get on in there, like an after party, if you will. Maybe schedule a couple times a week that we know, so people can come on in if they want to. This is the join this channel. Underneath this video, you see join and subscribe, right? Make sure you're subscribed because YouTube does like to unsubscribe you every now and again. But the Q Army Plus gets you that perk for the Discord channel. Just go ahead and check it out. We would love to see you in there for sure, guys. Oh, look, we're live now, Shady. Oh, we're live?
Live!
Oh my gosh, we'll do it live.
I thought we were just talking to each other. Uh-oh.
All right, and we are. We always are. So guys, there's been a lot going on in the Patriot community. We're having a great time. It's amazing. And since Saul is here, let's get over here. Oh my gosh, Dexter, thank you very much. I brainwashed myself to think for yourself. Let's check out Saul today. This was awesome.
That's dangerous,
Here
Dexter.
we go.
Buddy, not now. Can you please go back to the pit? I'll come visit you in a little while, okay?
I didn't know you had elves working here.
Boy, you're hilarious, my friend.
Does Santa know that you left the workshop?
No, we're all laughing our heads off.
Did you have to borrow a reindeer to get down here?
Buddy, go back to the basement.
Hey, Jackweed, I get more action in a week than you've had your entire life. I've got houses in LA, Paris, and Vel.
Oh.
Each one of them with 70-inch plasma screen. So I suggest you wipe that stupid smile off your face before I come over there and smack it off. Feeling strong, my friend? Call me Elf one more time.
He's an angry elf.
You got it.
Knocked it out of the park, guys. Get on there. Support her on Patreon as well. I guess she's got a Fundly too. Underneath the look, they make it unavailable, so you can't support her. But there it is. Isn't that funny how they make it? Oh, we can't show that. Much love, Q Army, Dutch Q Patriots. So we got Army Ranger, thank you. Smooches from my daughter, Rose Buddage, thank you. We've got Dexter Greener, I've been brainwashed to think for myself. And Dutch Patriot, that's goed. Much love, Q Army. Also, Shady, I want to tell you a quick story.
Tell me a story.
It was my birthday, and people were like saying, hey, happy birthday, Matrixxx, right? And I have one of my best friends, and you're one of them, and my buddy Ian is one of them. There's maybe a guy named Brad that might be one of them as well. And then Don, I was in his wedding, and I came up from Florida in his wedding, and I met his beautiful wife, and we hung out, and great wedding, beautiful people. 371cc, thank you so much. And so I'm telling him what I'm doing. I'm like, hey, yeah, I'm actually doing what I love to do. He's like, what are you doing? I showed him my Twitter page. I showed him my YouTube page. He's like, wow, 37,000 subscribers. Wow, Jeff. And he's like, oh, wow, look at your Twitter. And he says, Twitter limits is what can put you up there. YouTube is better, he assumed. He's like, no, we're censored everywhere on all platforms. He's like, I'm not surprised. He says, holy cow, my mom-in-law listens to you every day.
What?
Yeah. His mother-in-law listens to this show every day. Stephanie from Plainview.
Ruh-roh. Hello,
Yeah.
Stephanie.
Yeah, right? So
That's so cool.
Of course I remembered her from the wedding. She even said to him, yeah, his birthday is today. He's 52. So she knew, and he's like freaking out. So I call him up. And, he had his beautiful wife there with him, and we were talking to the mom-in-law through speakerphone, and she's like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to sleep. I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah, we only get 6,000 views per show,
Right.
guys.
Right, nobody's seeing us.
What are the odds of my best friend? I was in his wedding, met his mom, and she listens to us. And actually, she was sending videos to Vicky, her daughter, and it was us, Shady. And I was in her wedding.
That is awesome. Wow.
So, Stephanie, if you're listening right now, she says she listens every day. We just wanted to say hi. And yes, I remember you. She actually was really cool. She was a palm reader and stuff, and like that kind of stuff. And I thought that was very interesting. She captured my attention. She was an amazing person. So, wow. Just, yeah, amazing, right?
That is super cool, man.
Yeah.
That's extraordinary.
That is. Wow. I mean, just wow. Demos, still more than CNN. That's right. You being here, just you, Demos, is more than CNN.
That's true.
That's so good. And Demos, it was great to talk to you in the Q Army Discord plus Q Army Plus Discord. It was really cool to hear your story on how you came to Donald J. Trump. It was the last time they screwed Bernie Sanders over, and what an interesting story. What a smart guy too, Shady.
Very, very smart, and really, it is. It's so cool to hear everybody's story, because the "where we go one, we go all" means all.
What?
And
No, it doesn't.
And then this, well, I mean, whatever. There's so much reality in both camps. We all have commonalities. There is not this division that they're trying to create, and they're even trying to create it with just on the family level now. What we're seeing, the whole thing over Christmas, everything about this impeachment hanging over Christmas was to create more division in the country.
Yeah.
And it's not working.
Nope. Not here anyways. Press 17 if it's not working. And we are where we go one, we go all. Let me see those. By the way, Misunderstood says, I'm Stephanie. I listen to you every day. What are the odds of that? 2 Stephanies, Shady.
2 Stephanies?
2 Stephanies listen to us. I love it. Look at these 17s piling in. My God. The most red-pilled audience on YouTube. VV's out there. My brother. Love VV. So let's quickly. We've got a great show for you today, and I've got a question for you guys. Maybe you'll be able to answer it or not. What does the red rose mean to them? That's going to be the question that we're going to talk about later. And it's going to be quite interesting in my opinion. We're going to keep an eye on our Q drops as well. We've got them on here, so we'll catch it right now. But let's do this. Let's do the Q post thread for 2/14/20. This will be my thread for all Q posts for Thursday, February 14th. Read carefully. Sound familiar? Sometimes a leak turns into a flood. Let's go.
Let's go.
Charging forward. Boom, boom, boom.
Wow, let's go. That's awesome. All right. Thank you, Donald Trump. That's our president saying, let's go, charging forward. Fight, fight, fight. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you, Donald J. Trump. Shady, what do you think? This is it. Take it.
This is post 3861, and he gives us a link to the Washington Examiner article, Durham scrutinizing John Brennan's handling of Russian interference. Q says, read carefully. Sound familiar? Sometimes a leak turns into a flood. Q. And we have this article pointing us to the newly revealed information from John Durham.
Wow, right? So leak.
But nothing's happening.
Nothing's happening. Nothing, guys. So this is,
Rip
let's go to the
turns
Washington
flood.
Examiner. He said, read carefully, Shady. It is a rather long article, but you notice it goes into a John Brennan article too, and that's about Wake Up America. It's very interesting, guys. This is Durham scrutinizing John Brennan's handling of the Russian interference in 2016. So we got U.S. Attorney John Durham is reportedly reviewing John Brennan's analysis of Russian election interference, including scrutiny of the former Obama CIA director's handling of a secret source said to be close to the Kremlin. Durham, who was selected the Attorney General by William Barr in 2019, to look into the 17
Not 19, but okay.
to look into the origins of the Trump-Russia investigation and the government's response to Moscow's meddling. Is investigating whether Brennan's CIA was attempting to keep other agencies in the dark as he pushed for specific preconceived analytic assessment about Russia's true intentions in 2016. The New York Times reported Thursday. Let me see what I got here. Okay, yeah. So the top Connecticut prosecutors team reviewed the emails from the CIA, FBI, and the National Security Agency analysts who came together to assess Russia's interference. The new report revealed, and Durham's investigations pressed for answers about why some agencies, at least temporarily, denied other agencies to access to secretive intelligence about the Kremlin's active measures campaign. Durham was interviewed agents and analysis from all three agencies. I thought it was 17 agencies, Shady, that said that it was Russia meddling.
Definitely. Well, I heard that all 17 agencies were in complete agreement.
Yeah, that's what what's her nuts said.
I mean, there wasn't a little bit of space between them. They all thought the exact same thing.
Hey, I just want to wish all you single pretty women out there happy. What is it? Valentine's Day, Shady? Huh? Get back in the box. All right, sorry about that, Bill. Just Bill. That's not appropriate. All right, so go ahead and take over, Shady. Where did I leave? Durham interviewed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Much of this revolves around how the United States government eventually reached its January 2017 intelligence assessment on Russian meddling and whether Brennan was pushing for a biased result. One major battle was about the identity and credibility of a CIA source allegedly close to the Kremlin. It reads like a novel here. The NSA wanted more details about him, which the CIA resisted before providing them. The NSA has disagreed with the CIA and FBI about how much confidence to place in the source.
Yep, real quick, Shady, let me interrupt too, because we've got new articles saying that DOJ is not gonna go and do criminal charges against McCabe. Where did we get that from? Dude, hey, Shady, you wear red shoes, so you're bad. That's how fake this news is, guys. Go ahead.
There's also many levels. We have to understand we're not seeing enough of the levels. We see the stuff come out on the surface, okay? And I'll talk to that for a second if you'd like.
Yeah.
But we're seeing the stuff come out on the surface about them not investigating. Okay, what would you do, Matrixxx? What would you do if the mainstream media posted an article about you and you were in McCabe's situation? How would you act if that news came out, correct? What are we doing? We are setting them up to stand up in public and proclaim their innocence and talk about how wrong the president is and do all this stuff about Barr and all this stuff about prosecutors being fired. Look at the next wave. Watch what you're actually seeing coalesce here. This is not anything other than exactly what we want them to do. And I say it over and over, but there's a surface information layer that we are watching in the news, and that is for the people that have no idea about anything.
Bill Barr reported that he doesn't like Trump Twitter tweets too. Remember?
Yes, that's right. Barr reported yesterday that Trump should stop tweeting. Do you believe a word of that?
I don't.
Let me see. Where are my anons out there? Let me see if I can get over here and watch them. Do you believe a word of what Barr said about wanting Trump to stop tweeting? Yes or no? Because really, think about it. Why would he say that in public? Why would he go to ABC and say in public, "Oh, I think that the president is tweeting too much"? Now that's the way the media is trying to spin it. When you listen to what he said, he's being very specific. He's literally trying to make a separation here. He's trying to show that he is not going to be bullied by any damn body, including the president. That is strength. That is for the optics, independents, Democrats. 25% of Democrats were at the rally. Think about those minds.
1 in 4 people were Democrats at the rally. Yeah.
Correct. 1 in 4, man. So this is to show these new people that are looking at your president and are looking at the attorney general that have been told that they're corrupt for 3 years, or less than that with Barr, obviously, but been told that they were corrupt the whole time. So Barr is setting a standard. He's agreeing. Look at this. Look at how what Barr said agrees with those people. They don't want him tweeting so much. Look at that. So he's agreeing with them. He's bringing them into the conversation. He's saying, I don't like the guy tweeting so much either. He didn't say, I want that the president can't tweet. He didn't say, president, don't tweet. He said, it makes my job harder. Right. That's what he actually said. So there's very nuanced realities in what's being said in public, what's being reported in public. Okay, now we have Comey with the public report that he's not going to be charged per this OIG report. Remember, this is very important. This is saying he's not going to be charged per the OIG report only. That's internal investigations of only the stuff that Michael Horowitz had access to. Would you, if you were Comey and McCabe, would you let Michael Horowitz have access to stuff that would incriminate you completely or that you couldn't slither out of? We're not worried about that. We're just using Horowitz for exposure. So a little bit of context there to me shows this process that we're working on, this plan that we're doing is really taking to the other side. Now we've got to talk to Democrats. We've got to talk to independents. We've got to talk to this middle ground so that whenever this wave washes, you're going to see a red wave come across America on election day, bigger than Reagan. They're going to lose way worse than they lost in 1980. It's just going to be unbelievable. And we want it to make a stern, solid, firm statement. Every vote counts. Every single one of you count out there that are Americans to vote in this election. We had Jessie on yesterday, Matrixxx. Remember how she was talking about this difference between the illegals and Americans voting? We want to be strong and understand that only Americans are allowed to vote. That is our country. It is our process. It is us. So whenever what you're seeing out there with Barr right now is a clear separation so that he can't be attacked by the right as well as the left from all of the new people coming to Trump, man. That's my opinion. And it's very well calculated, and I don't think he at all wants the president to stop tweeting.
That's right. I don't think so either, guys. I don't think so either. So let's real quick take a look at this. Tweet, tweet.
Tweet, tweet.
Yes, me too. have a blank Q post, guys. Shady. A blank Q post.
I'm seeing this. Say it again so they can hear you.
This is a blank Q post, guys. Am I? Yeah, I'm not muted or anything. So it's a blank Q post. So let's take a look at these timestamps, man. It's 13:29:15, and there's nothing on it.
It's empty. This would be the first.
So should we go through the countdown?
The first empty Q post. Sure. I don't know if you wanted to bounce back to the article we were in the middle of, but
Yep.
we kind of got the gist of it, I think.
There's the Q post right there. Nothing to see here. Shady.
Nope.
Nothing to see here. Interesting.
I see it on the board. There's no dots in it and no other characters. You're on the board.
There's nothing to see here, Shady.
Nothing to see here.
Tweet. Very, very interesting, by the way. All right, so let's go back to that article.
The government
Shady.
encouraged the manufacture and importation of military.
Tweet. Here we go. So let's go back to the article right here, brother.
That's for later.
At least some of the officials. Durham. Okay. Durham hasn't yet interviewed Brennan. Tweet. Though the report said his emails and other records have been requested by the CIA and by the U.S. Attorney, retired Admiral Mike Rogers, who was head of the NSA at the time, was interviewed by Durham last summer and fall. The January 2017 intelligence community assessment in question concluded with high confidence that Russian Vladimir Putin ordered an influence campaign in 2016. Oh. Yep. And that Russia worked to undermine public faith in the U.S. democratic process, denigrate former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, and harm her electability and potential presidency. At what point does it make? What difference does it make, Shady? I don't know. Oh my gosh. Okay.
What difference now does it make?
And developed a clear preference for President-elect Trump. The NSA diverged on one aspect, expressing only moderate confidence that Putin actively tried to help Trump's election chances and harm those of Clinton's by contrasting her favorably. I wouldn't call it, this is a quote, I wouldn't call it a discrepancy. I'd call it an honest difference of opinion between three different organizations, and in the end, I make that call. Rogers told the Senate in May 2017. It didn't have the same level of sourcing and the same level of multiple sources. It was Brennan's still classified wake-up call. See, wake up, America. Intelligence that prompted the Obama administration to reconsider how it viewed Russia's hacking of the Democratic, I'm going to say Democrat National Committee. The Senate Intelligence Committee revealed last week the specifics of the intelligence that jolted Barack Obama's national security team into action is detailed in a blacked out section titled Redacted. Intelligence was the wake-up call. Within an hour or two of being briefed on the intelligence, then National Security Advisor Susan Rice said Obama needed to know. Shady.
Rice said the president's reaction was of grave concern, which prompted her to call the first of a series of restricted small group principals committee meetings on the topic. During the meeting with the president, Director Brennan also advised the president of a plan to brief key individuals, including congressional leadership, but not to disseminate the intelligence via routine reporting channels, the Senate report stated. The committee noted the receipt of the sensitive intelligence prompted the National Security Council to begin a series of restricted principals committee meetings to craft the administration's response, and said the discussions were atypically restricted and excluded key officials who were normally clued in. Former Director of National Intelligence James Clapper and U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations Samantha Power said that the extraordinarily restricted nature of the meetings and departure from routine methods of disseminating intelligence were reminiscent of how they handled preparations for the Osama bin Laden raid. Former Deputy Attorney General Yates called it very cloak and dagger. this isn't initially excluded the Secretary of State, the Defense Secretary, the Chairman of Joint Chiefs, and the Treasury Secretary. Several NSC officials who would normally be included in discussions of importance, such as the NSC Director for Russia, Senior Director for Intelligence Programs in the White House, Cybersecurity Coordinator, were neither included in the discussions nor exposed to the sensitive intelligence until after the election, the report said. Very interesting. The Brennan relayed intelligence was likely detailed in a June 2017 Washington Post article, which stated that in early August 2016, the CIA sent an eyes-only envelope addressed to Obama that contained an intelligence bombshell from sourcing deep inside the Russian government that detailed Putin's specific instructions to help Trump and hurt Clinton in 2016. The material was said to be so sensitive it was kept out of the president's daily brief.
Presidential daily briefs, guys. We've got that in Q Post.
Kept it out intentionally.
Yep. One day after Trump gave Barr full and complete declassification authority to examine the two origins of the Trump-Russia investigation in May 2019, the New York Times published a piece on this source long nurtured by the CIA, whom the outlet hinted was now in danger of being exposed in Russia, but he had already left the country. The source's initial resistance to being pulled out reportedly led to some questions whether he might be a double agent. Hotly disputed reporting by CNN and others in September 2019 about the reasons for the alleged source's apparent 2017 exfiltration from Russia eventually exposed his identity and revealed he was living in the Washington, D.C. area. He's since been moved, and it is not known whether Durham has questioned him. Wow, let's go look at that. There's that.
And to that article, remember, Q said, read carefully, sound familiar, and it's quite familiar.
Right?
and we didn't start in 2019. That's
right.
For sure.
That's for sure. It does sound familiar. What an amazing Q post, huh? And then we've got nothing to see here, Shady. Amazing. All right, so let's go to the next one. This one right here is Q post 3862 regarding delayed testimony. Allow public dissemination of critical facts. Possible unseals D-class prior to world televised sit-down. Sometimes the necessary form to update the American public is provided by those same people being investigated for ... Release to change strategy? Watch what happens next. Q. And it leads us to this tweet that I'm blocked from. I need someone to explain to me why Bill Barr can immediately sit down with ABC but not under oath before Congress. Explain it to me like I'm in kindergarten.
I did just a little bit there a second ago. You man, this is getting really funny, Matrix. I mean, this is getting really funny. You want to know what's getting ready to happen? Think about this.
See? Blocked.
This is great that Q posted this too, because we have, he just scheduled for end of March, right? Was that 6 weeks away?
Yeah.
Okay, so 6 weeks. Now think about where we are right now and what's coming out. And then think about where we're going to be 6 weeks from now. Okay, we're already at the flood. Q has told us the flood's coming. We're seeing all these news stories breaking every day, over and over again, all definitely coming after them. How are they going to get out of this?
Right.
Do you think that they are going to want to do this hearing with Barr 6 weeks from today? And look at the way Q post this. This is crazy because I was talking to my lady about this last night. Sometimes the necessary form to update the American people or the public is provided by those same people being investigated for. Release to change strategy. Watch what happens next. So they've locked this date in to have Barr come so that we can have all of our side of the aisle can ask him questions that can prompt him to present evidence. Okay? Now, the House, 6 weeks from now, they're going to be in shambles over what's getting ready to happen in the election. There's none of them that are going to want to have a word to do talking to Barr whenever that comes around because of all the information Giuliani's bringing out about them.
Yeah.
So we are literally asking them to expose themselves by setting up this appointment with the Attorney General in 6 weeks from now. And by then, they're going to be so buried in bad news, I'm not even sure they'll want to have the meeting.
Right. Wow.
It's such a game of chess here we're watching, man.
It is absolutely amazing, guys. Let me just pull something up here real quick. So, remember we had the watch, correct?
Yes.
What was the time on that watch, Shady?
Well, the most recent one?
1:29, correct?
Yeah, the 1:29, right, yep.
All right, so guess what happened the last time the watch was 1:29? The OIG released.
Okay, that's right. It was the day that OIG released, and Barr made a statement, and there was like 3 events that day at 1:29.
That's right. So the Justice Department, OIG on the website here, and very interesting. Very interesting, guys. Huh. So that could be some of that. But let's go over this, Shady, real quick. I think this is our countdown thing. Let me just go over what we found, and then you can go over what the next one, okay, Shady?
Okay.
Okay, so Cutter Q was talking to her son, and it was very amazing. He's like, what is the silent war? And when Cutter Q, and she could be right there she is, said, wow, I noticed something, Matrixxx and team, because we're all kind of chilling out. And the silent war continues, ... That's 5 dots. Then there's another one, 5 dots. 5, 5, 5, 5. Then we have a 4 dot. Then we have a 3 dot. Are we going to have a 2 dot and a 1 dot with the silent war continues? Remember, Shady, what is the silent? I believe the silent war is, the mind control in the media, and the Tavistock and all the ways that they control us through, the enemy of the people.
That's exactly right. If the reference is to the quiet weapons for silent wars, and that is you can find that on the internet. If you have not read that, we've talked about it on the Q Lounge a little bit
and here
a few times, and the Tavistock thing here, and understanding that this is the blueprint and the architecture. The silent war is the attack on you. The silent war is the chemtrails. The silent war is the vaccines. The silent war is the brainwashing in the media and the Netflix. The silent war continues against you trading with the Enemy Act, 1917.
That's right.
Trading with the Enemy Act right after the Federal Reserve made you, the American, the enemy. You were who they were trading with. So this is the silent war, and it is promulgated on the relevance of your quote-unquote 17 intelligence agencies.
Yep. Real quick, Wendy Ty says, I just heard the DOJ are giving McCabe a pass. Are they really, Wendy?
We know.
Wendy, do you think they really are? I mean, do you think you got any fake news? Okay, so this is about the OIG report, McCabe. Okay.
Correct.
There's other treason and sedition. Don't worry.
Nothing to do with Durham or Barr.
And they're just triggering you to get mad, so you start getting frustrated. And that's my opinion. Because I was pissed when I first saw it, Shady, until I realized it's optics, guys.
Yep.
Okay? So trust the plan. Trust the plan. It's one guy. It's one guy. Yeah. Lisa Benny says, Durham will get McCabe. Think Durham, says Spud. Yep. Trust the plan. So, Shady, so then we were going out, and, queued up
this
here.
Is crazy.
Is doing the gematria, and in between all these tweets, or excuse me, posts, you've got February 6th, February 8th, and February 12th, my birthday, and February 10th, the gematria to that is countdown.
The word comes out to the same to the same value as the word countdown.
Right. So you take all of the approval rating, A, R, Republican Party, RP, R, C, D.
All the capital letters.
All the capital letters, and that equals countdown.
It equals 129, and 129 is the same value as the word countdown.
And Q just dropped on 129.
Boom.
Boom.
Did
we just get a confirmation queued up? Mythical, you're welcome. Welcome. Trust the plan. And, you know, it's okay to get upset because we're working
we're all
with
mad.
Yeah, we're all mad here.
That's what we said at the top of the show. Like, we're happy to be mad.
Yes.
Because we actually have something to fight. We have a voice to help us fight in the bully
Shady,
pulpit.
I asked, look at what I asked for Q. I go, on February 10th, Gematria on Real Donald Trump tweet equaled countdown, confirming comms. And today, just now, on our show at 129, Gematria equals 129 countdown.
Nothing to see here?
And we got another countdown to go after, too. And that is why this tweet can be here. And we're going to get to that in 1 second. But let me just finish
You guys
this up.
understand that, right? This last Q post with nothing on it, time stamped at 1:29 Eastern time.
During our show again, too, by the way, Shady. This is Anon
nothing
Interaction, folks.
And we're getting ready to talk about maybe another level of interaction, too. The countdown that you were just showing, look at that. What are we waiting for?
Yeah. Also, Black House Gov says 1329, which is 129, right? In Universal Time is 777 Universal Time. Isn't that interesting? That's interesting too. 777 is the consciousness that we are all striving to get to.
The perfection.
888 is perfection, but we're actually never going to get 888. But people say they're 777, but they're still living in 666. Because if you attack somebody, that's 666 consciousness. Do no harm to others, period. Mm-hmm. All right, so countdown. Let's continue this. So this is countdown posts. What occurred the last time a countdown was presented? False flag? Also, reminding us timestamps are important. Countdown. So now we got a countdown, maybe a confirmation of the 129 in Gematria countdown. I'm telling you guys, I'm excited right now. Hey, Cutter, are you excited? You should be very proud of yourself. Give your son a big high five from all of us at the Matrixxx Grooove Hour. Wow. All right, so then the Anons are actually catching on. This was today, so I'm like, hey, the brilliant Anons are actually catching on to this. They did the same thing. Or took, from my Twitter to theirs. Excuse me. That was Anon speak. Now, let's get to this, Shady. This is, holy crap, this is HYVE, High V 7. High V 7's amazing, Patriot. Get over there, follow High V. Holy crap, from the board, very interesting. Countdown, keep track of posts and their order now, okay? So let's look at that real quick. Hey, Anons, I've been meaning to point out Q's recent posts are making a pattern. There was 6 posts on Saturday. 1 post on Sunday, 5 posts on Monday, 1 post on Tuesday, 4 posts on Wednesday, then 1 post today. Countdown, perhaps? Well, now we've got 3, right? But very interesting. Let's go to that thread too.
So that would...
Go ahead.
Yes. Yep. So that this would line up if you're saying a countdown would be 6 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday, 5 on Monday, 1 on Tuesday, 4 on Wednesday, 1 on Thursday, 3 today that we've already gotten. The third one today would be this blank one that we just got right now.
That's it.
And then if you were to go 1 tomorrow, which is Saturday, and then 2 on Sunday, and then 1 on Monday. Monday just happens to be the 17th.
Right. And the third one today is blank, which
Third
makes
one today
3.
is blank. Monday would be the 17th. The 17th is not only Q Day, it is President's Day this year.
Yes. So if this theory is correct, 0, is it blast off, will be on President's Day.
I think that we are looking at the final.
And what's
countdown.
President's Day?
Huh?
February what?
17.
What?
17.
No.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, very exciting. Wow, indeed. Here it is right here. Things should look here. There. You got it? You guys understand this? All right.
Only thing wrong with that picture is Trump's face isn't on that rock yet.
That's this picture here. Well, they got the hair already.
The hair's there.
The hair's there. So High V 7, thank you very much. Shady, thank you very much. I think that is phenomenal, guys. And I just want to remember this too. Reminder. The unsealing of the first several indictments will bring about unity and change. Change that we can believe in. Returning power to the people. Returning the rule of law to our land. We stand together. We stand together as patriots. Q. Now, look, how many indictments do you see there, Shady?
ALOT.
Yep.
147, almost 145,000.
148,000.
Or 148, sorry.
Yes, sir. Your eyes are getting bad, old man.
148, I was looking at
You're old man.
Damn it, man.
You're a towel. All right, so look at this. Look at this. This is the number of sealed case files nationwide. And this is unprecedented because normally in a year, there's like 1,500. And we've been counting since 10/30/2017. And it's been about 5,685 new, basically about 5,000 a month, Shady.
Wow.
And let's look at Florida. We got 1,288. Georgia has 666.
8,800 in Pennsylvania.
Now remember, there is a district in Georgia where Atlanta is that does not report to the files, okay, to pacer.gov. So this number could actually be up by 1 to 2,000, give or take.
Well, remember, we're talking about these, and we're talking about sealed indictments. We're not talking about individuals, and it's hard enough to get people to understand the 148,000 number.
Yep, Spud is saying there could be quite a few against the same individual, or there could be multiple individuals in one indictment, right, Shady?
Correct. There could be up to 100 individuals in one indictment.
That's right. Look at California, Shady.
Yeah, I know. Look at Oregon.
Hey.
I've got good chances out here. And look at Wyoming. I think that's pretty much just the Cheney family, isn't it?
And look at Tejas. Look at the great state of Texas. A lot of those Californians moved to Texas.
Yeah, they did. We're glad they're going that way. Just so you know. I mean, guys, if you're in California and you're headed out, we encourage them to go to Texas.
Yeah, get out of here. I mean, we got to take our great state, and here it is, 129. Nothing to see here. 1329 blank.
That's pretty epic, Matrix, because there's never been a blank Q post
ever.
Not one.
Ever.
Not one with no characters ever posted.
And what was in Gematria? 129 is countdown. I think that's pretty epic.
That is
so.
The only information in that Q post is the timestamp.
Yeah, Pamela Roberts says, all my exes are in Texas.
Nice.
Right? Yeah, look at that. Look at that countdown. That is crazy, guys. And the watch and the Durham and the countdown. Durham, countdown, boom! Holy moly. Shady, new Q.
Not to mention what happened on 129 and the 1029 release of the report and the 129 release on that day.
So Tanette is saying new Q. They're all saying new Q, but did we not go over this new Q already 5 times? No?
Blank one?
Yeah, the blank one.
They're telling us about
is there another one since the blank one, guys? Is there another one? I don't see it.
Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend because, you're talking to In the Matrix here. We got another one. John Cardillo. Oh, gosh. John Cardillo here.
It's saying we have another one.
Yep, we got another one. It's right here. All right, here's the Q post right here. John Cardillo. It's just a Twitter. Q sent us. And I'm going to go copy our post here. And this is the Matrixxx Grooove Hour. We love you. Boom. All right. They've only dropped the investigation arising from Horowitz's 2018 referral. This has nothing to do with Durham's investigation, which is still going on. Hello, all you red-pilled people out there.
Who knew?
Who knew? Prove us wrong.
Prove me wrong.
So that's amazing, guys. That's absolutely amazing. So we got it. We were right. However, we got another Q post, though, Shady.
I know. But now I'm thinking, did he mean to put that link in the last one?
Disinformation is necessary.
I know.
I know.
They're blowing up one of our theories right as they're fixing one.
Right. And there it is right there. There's John Cardillo.
That's what's great about this. That's what's great about being able to talk about in an open forum and have this back and forth conversation that we're having. These things are amazing to look at. No one's ever looked at material or information like this before. So
let's call for a Where We Go One We Go All Q because attacks have intensified. Can you please remind Patriots for a Where We Go One We Go All? Let's see if we get that. Shady, what do you think?
I like it.
I like it. You guys like it? Should we? Hey, Q, if you're listening, guys, type it in. Type it in for us and see if Q, next post, where we go, one we go all, because there's a lot of weird fighting going on out there right now. In fact, the White House released something too, and we're going to go see that in a minute. But I actually want to show you guys this real quick. Oh, darn it. Darn it. So let me go back to mine here. Let me go to here, because I do like to grab this as well. And let's go over to here to the actual. Let's just put this so while we wait for Q to give us our where we go, one we go all. Oh boy, that's really confident, isn't it? Let's remind Patriots now that look at this cup that I was using the other day. Calm Before the Storm cup. But in that is Red Pill Living coffee, guys. redpillliving.com/intheMatrixx. There is a sale today for the entire store. It's 15% off. Guess what the coupon code is, Shady?
intheMatrixx with 3 X's.
This one's dark to light.
Oh, we got a new one.
Yes, this one's 15% off. If you use Matrix, it's only 10% off. So dark to light, LK, dark to light, gets us 15% off. In redpillliving.com/intheMatrixx. Go ahead and get some coffee. The coffee is actually really, really good, Shady. It's right here. And you use this. So if you use coffee, give it a shot. If you like it, put it on the auto ship, because this is stuff you use, guys. So find which one you like and put it on auto ship. We even got the Keurig plastic cups if you want them. 60s. Look at 60 for $50. You can't find a deal like that anywhere. And you get 15% off. And if you're on auto ship, you get an additional charge. So guys, help us out if you can. We really appreciate it.
And we're also helping new companies grow as well. Like the coffee companies and some of these other people that are making the products on Red Pill Living are patriots just like you, who are obviously censored with their what you can say. If you don't know out there, you can't actually declare that your product helps a human being in any way per the FDA laws and stuff. So it's not easy for them either. And Red Pill Living is accommodating them as well as accommodating patriot voices and citizen journalism.
That's right. And from day one, their only goal was to silence your voice, but they couldn't from the White House.
We've been going through this now for over 3 years. It was evil. It was corrupt. They have done everything possible to destroy us.
Trump will not be president.
Donald Trump is not going to be president of the United States. Take it to the bank.
We first went through Russia.
Collusion.
Report, no collusion.
No collusion, conclusion. Putting a damper on the Democratic drumbeat for impeachment.
We then went through the Mueller report.
It's been a bit of a bust.
This was a disaster.
He did not appear to have full command of the report that he issued.
I think the likelihood of impeachment went down sharply today.
They took nothing. They took a phone call that was a totally appropriate call, and they brought me to the final stages of impeachment.
Impeachment?
To start impeachment. To begin impeachment.
Impeachment.
One day we're going to impeach the mother.
But now we have that gorgeous word. I never thought a word would sound so good. It's called total acquittal.
Donald John Trump be, and he is hereby, acquitted of the charges in said articles.
Wow. So they've been trying to silence our voice, your voice, our president's voice, freedom's voice, the truth's voice.
Q's voice.
Q's voice.
Look at the effort that they have maintained. This is like we're up on 8 coon now. But it took, 6 or 7 different people who refused the service for them?
Yeah.
Like they people who would agree to contracts and then take it away. Look at the way you're being silenced on Twitter. Look at what Facebook is doing to us. Now they're running articles. George Soros is out there running articles telling you that Facebook is in the tank for Trump.
That's right.
You cannot make it up.
By the way, Shady, this is me when Q posts.
Oh, there you go, running.
Come on, I gotta get to my tablet. I gotta get to my phone. I gotta
He does that even when he's on the air.
This is what I'm like. Barry Gibson says, I take the C60 with avocado oil and it's awesome. Almost time to reorder, Patriot. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please use intheMatrixx. Redpillliving.com/intheMatrixx. Matrixxx with 3 X's is your 10% off, but right now you got 15% off. Maybe it's a good time to get it now till the 17th. President's Day. Thank you very much. I appreciate that so much. Also, your super chats are needed and loved. Thank you very much for the super chatters today. Don't forget, we got t-shirts too. Really cool. Where we go, or excuse me, what is it? Enjoy the show with the it's kind of like the Rolling Stones with the tongue, but it's got a red pill on it. Guys, check it out if you like. We got a lot of cool stuff, and we love you. We can't do this without you guys. I also want to just kind of, okay, Bales, no charges against McCabe. Do you really believe that, Bales? Trust the plan. We love you.
Back up a little bit, Bales. We go into it.
We love you. If you rewind a little bit, we do go into it. So check it out, please. By the way, make NASCAR great again. Trump becomes the first president named Daytona 500 Grand Marshal. He'll get their motors running.
Isn't that cool? That's some booms.
Yeah. Tina J, thank you so much. This is Marcy Lundgren. Look at a little happy Valentine's Day things. That's awesome. Great art. If you guys got art, show it, head it on over to me, and I'll retweet you guys, because you guys are amazing. We need artists. We need people that, make memes. We need video guys. We need everything. Queued Up is, United States of Q did a really good video the other day too. We'll drop that in here as well. It's in my timeline. By the way, Jesse Melton was on yesterday. That show was really good, Shady, huh?
Man, I really enjoyed having her on, and the conversation that we were able to get into, and a little glimpse into the future of another program that we're going to be working on the show, or on the channel here, called 4 Hour Republic.
Yes.
And that is coming up soon, and this is going to be a branch of discussing political candidates and their platforms and where they're at, and helping you guys get to know them better.
That's exactly right. Guys, this tweet actually did really well. Who sees a 93 in this photo? Does anybody see a 93 in this photo?
I do.
Uh-huh. I see right?
But I might have a little bit of pre-knowledge.
Yeah, you know a little bit about it, don't you? This is what they're triggered about, by the way, folks, is this series. They don't like me
talking about 93.
Nope. They don't like you talking about 93.
They don't want anybody talking about this.
They don't like it. So this guy, look at that. 1.8 thousand likes, 366 tweets, 403 comments that LK has to respond to. I gave him
good luck with that.
Yeah, I gave him a thing. I said, hey, you got to respond to every one. Also, that's how he's going to grow his channel, guys. I mean, come on. You want to grow your channel? Let's grow your channel. Also, I want to just go to this real quick. Guys, Sue, could you drop the LK Dark to Light series there about the 93? You guys got to watch it. It's part 1A and part 1B. It doesn't take long. Check it out. What's up with 93, Tree Frog? Sue is going to drop you the sauce, okay?
Use your Google machine.
Yes, and please just hold, you can also find it on LK Dark to Light on YouTube, but please wait to go watch it. Okay? Wait, because we got some good show. We got some good show, Shady. I want to go over this, Shady, because it is an anniversary for the Parkland incident, right? We love everybody. We pray for everybody that lost their lives. In fact, there were 17 people that lost their lives. Okay? It's really hard because it's right. It's one and a half counties down, dude. It's close to me. Okay? It's Parkland, Florida. And we kind of look at some of the Q posts right here. And by the way, today is the 45th day of the year, and there were 17 people that lost their lives. When we say false flag, we don't mean nobody died. We mean somebody's acting like a bad guy that's really, or a good guy. They're carrying the wrong flag. They're saying, hey, I'm a bad guy, but they're really bad guys. I don't know how to explain that. Shady, say that again.
I'll say it like this. It is people who are doing things intentionally, making them seem inadvertent for fodder and political shifting of narratives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this was definitely this was on Valentine's Day, and this is what actually got me kind of going, Shady. This is when I got called into Discord, and then when all the attacks started happening and everything. So why school shootings, guys? Why is it more precious than our children? Emotional pull, or what is more precious than our children? And I agree with you more. It's my children. It's our kids. Emotional pull, distraction event, gun grab event, security. Why would locals go along with such sick organized event? They must be controlled, local police, school, county officials, etc., to work. Why? Money. And there, by the way, there's $17 signs right there, okay? Federal aid plus donations. These people are sick. Follow the money. It's always about the money. And this site can't be reached. But it's a story about the Sandy Hook shooting 2 years later. They got, how much do you think they got, Shady? I'll give you a hint. $1 million.
$17 million.
They got $17 million, Sandy Hook.
Yep.
Okay? It's about the money, guys. Why do you think, who do you think is leaking the info? Take a wild guess. Analyze shooter, pawn. Voices in head? We know. We are taking action behind the scenes. CNN was set up. Stupid. Q. And there he is, Sheriff Israel. In fact, the GOP in Florida is donating to this guy, Shady. We're going to expose them soon, okay? This is the Rubios, the Brian Masts, the Rhinos, guys. The McCain-style Republicans, guys. Neocons. Report 4 of Sheriff Scott Israel's deputies waited outside during the school shooting. And we have pictures of him with, everybody, Shady, right? Like, Hillary, everybody, all right? I want to also go over...
Not to mention the Sheriff's Department buying Lamborghinis.
What's wrong with that, Shady?
Seems excessive.
That was actually in a drug bust. We got those.
Yeah, that's what they told you.
Uh-huh. Right. And this is it. This is from the book, 1991 book, Behold the Pale Horse. This is about Bill Cooper, right? Let's
Weren't we talking about Behold the Pale Horse just a minute ago with Silent Wars?
Let's actually have Bill read it to us, Shady.
The government encouraged the manufacture and importation of military firearms for the criminals to use. This is intended to foster a feeling of insecurity, which would lead the American people to voluntarily disarm themselves by passing laws against firearms. Using drugs and hypnosis on mental patients in a process called Orion, the CIA inculcated the desire in these people to open fire on schoolyards and thus inflame the anti-gun lobby. This plan is well underway and so far is working perfectly. The middle class is begging the government to do away with the Second Amendment.
What do you think of that? Begging, guys.
Matches, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
So how long ago was that? That was Bill Cooper in mid-90s, 95, 98?
Yeah.
I mean, think about what we've seen since 9/11 and since they took all the intelligence agencies. Wow, it's interesting how many more school shootings there are since all the intelligence agencies came under one roof, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's very I guess that's coincidence.
Yep, and this is page 225, Behold the Pale Horse, chapter 12. And that's Bill Cooper reading it to us. I love that, right? I mean, that's amazing. So we got Bill Cooper talking about that. Now, remember, we're talking about Parkland, too. So let's just quickly look for Parkland. Okay? Here we go. This is Parkland students. Another wave of attacks. Same day as the targeted, coordinated attack versus POTUS. Nothing to see here. This is the Russian trolls, conspiracy, CIA partly. Thank for the craziest conspiracy theory. We're crazy, guys. You're crazy. 4chan conspiracy theory believes that Trump is a genius, guys. But we know the truth because we know what his real IQ level is. It's like 160 or roughly around in there. This is Parkland, is a distraction. Parkland was specifically organized and designed to distract. Test. Watch the news. Actors are acting fake. No power. Justice will be served to those playing the game. All. Guns are safe. Trust the plan. Q. Now, remember, these same students cruised over to New Zealand. very interesting, right? All right, here we go. 775. Just throwing it out there for a little more info. I don't know if it has any relevance. Cell phones were originally analog, switched to digital, was very gradual. Digital signals allow for much greater distance to be covered for much less power, right? Thus the miniaturization of phones. Because of the nature of the square digital waves, much more effective than filtering noise and interference, this inherently means that the phones today are going to be square wave signals and very low power. If that alone were enough, Q would not exist. They would simply shut him, them, and or us down. So they may act as a trigger, but are not enough by themselves to completely program a human. You guys hear that?
Completely.
Meaning
none of him left there.
Right. And Parkland would suggest that you really need somebody who is largely predisposed towards... You see, this is your 5G answer too, folks.
Yes, it is.
And Parkland would suggest that you really need somebody who is largely predisposed towards moving the desired direction to begin with. You can't just flip on a switch, born pacifist and becomes a Rambo. Talk to me, Johnny. Q says, what 3 scientists were killed who were researching the SAT relay of mobile phone signals to end users? Why was the research deemed classified? Learn, Q. Interesting, right? So maybe it's satellite signals, right? Very interesting. Okay, so that's the Parkland thing. Now, remember, we've got 45 days. This is the 45th day of the year. We've got 17 children, right?
Yep.
And what day is today?
Valentine's Day.
Okay, and we're going to get into that too. That's going to become a thing. But let's look at this. This is still on Twitter, guys. There were 3 shooters. We thought it was a drill. Let's watch.
To go outside so they could start shooting up. So they started shooting from the first floor up because there's only 2 exits in the freshman building. So everybody started running to the other exits. So that's when the other shooter started coming up. So everybody, and then I thank God to this teacher who opened up her door and let all of us in. She got shot in the arm trying to open the door, and then the other teacher, he got shot in the head trying to protect the other students. And it was like an hour, like it felt like years waiting for them. And then after all that, we finally got out, and like they started yelling at us to keep focused and pay attention ahead, the army people, because they didn't want us to see the bodies that they hit in the corner. They were putting mats over them so we wouldn't see them, but there was dust all over the floor from the weird stingray screw in there. They're trying to.
So you think there was more than? Do you think there was more than one
There's
shooter?
3 shooters definitely.
3 shooters.
How terrifying.
On the news, guys, that you did not see.
Damn terrifying because they were only us do drills, and we all thought this was a drill. We thought this was a drill, but it wasn't. And then we just started hearing the gunshots, and it was really terrifying because my class, the class that I ran into, he started shooting through the door, and he came through and he started shooting the cabinets, and that's when he shot the teacher. And then he ran back outside to shoot the other teacher who was closing the other door for the kids, but he didn't get to close the door, and he was just there.
And the teacher got shot in the shoulder.
We were all just sushing each other, like, shut up, just suck it up if you're crying, because we're not trying to get shot. Because he was in the hallway yelling, hey, hey, trying to taunt us and get us to say things, trying to get us outside. And that's when some other kid, like, he ran out because he thought it was free, but he got shot, and then we heard the groaning outside. And we couldn't do anything.
Well, so the shooter, tell me, besides, hey, what was he saying during
He
all
wasn't
this?
doing anything. He was legit. He just ran up the stairs, started shooting, and you could see a bunch of kids just going down that way, but stopping. But because the other shooter was coming, so everybody was screaming. Everybody was trampling each other because they were like, "Hey, do you hear that loud banging sound?" And we all thought it was like some kid joking on the stairwell because they're hollow, so you could just hit a stick and it sounds like it. But then we all were like, "Oh, this is real!" So we all just started running. It was really
drill.
Now, one student told me that the shooter was wearing a bulletproof vest and a helmet. Did you see that?
I saw some other kid. When the other kid who came into the classroom, he was wearing some type of thing. And
Okay. Here we go. Here's another one. How do conspiracy theories start? Because they lie to you, maybe?
I actually was in the bathroom at the moment, and I came back to my classroom and I knocked on the door, and the fire alarm went off, and principal came on the speaker and just said everyone needs to evacuate right now. So that's what we did. As I was going down the stairs, I heard a couple shots fired. Everyone was freaking out, saying that it was a gun. And as we were walking the whole class together, I actually was speaking to the suspect, Nicholas Cruz. And as I was speaking to him, he seemed very, I don't know what the word I want to say is, but he was trouble in middle school, so I kind of joked to him about it and said, I'm surprised you weren't the one who did it. And he just gave me a huh. So that's really what happened.
You were walking down the hall, he had already fired at that time.
Yes, sir, with him.
Weren't you scared?
In the moment I wasn't, because there was obviously definitely another shooter involved, but...
Oh, you think he was not the only one?
No, definitely not.
Why do you say that?
Because when shots were fired, I saw him after the fact. So, and the shots were coming from the other part of the building. So there definitely had to be 2 shooters involved, I believe.
That's the first I've heard of that. Did you see any other students who were wounded?
No, sir.
So everybody's saying that that's her. I don't know if it is or not, but it's interesting that Brett and Blair Israel created the GoFundMe page. Brett and Blair Israel are the kids. There's triplets, 3 Israel kids.
Yeah, how interesting, right?
And they set up the GoFundMe for Sydney Aiello, who survived the 18 shooting, Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, but she apparently died by suicide with PTSD. So I'm not sure if that's her or not, guys. I did do a call for dig on that. Here it is here. I thought it was her too, but I'm not exactly for sure. Here's another one. Yeah, there's another article. I'm not sure if that's her, guys. I think she's still alive. I don't know. It's a call for dig. But here, this is Brett was accused for shoving a baseball bat. This is one of the Sheriff Israel's kids against a boy's buttocks, simulating rape. Huh? How cool is that, right? Huh. That's Sheriff Israel's kid that worked at the school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? These people are
Media
sick.
don't touch it, do they?
They don't touch it. And this is Alexa Mednick, so I think she's okay. So there you go. That's kind of the thread. I'm not sure if that's the one that passed, but let's go. Keep going. This is the here's when they entered the building. There's more than one shooter there.
Put your phones away. Put your phones away.
This is a drill. See? These kids think they're in a drill right now. You see? Okay.
Yes, they do.
Here's your deputy sheriff, Nizar Hamaz. Listen what he tells the people in the mosque. Here we go.
I'm shooting you. No. I'm still shooting you. I'm shooting you and I'm killing you, and everyone is just looking at what I'm doing. That's real. You need to understand that. So if you're dealing with the threat, deal with the threat. You're able to conceal in the state. It's your Second Amendment right. So I want to go over some things with you regarding your right to return fire. Because it's important. And we need to know our rights, and that's what my job is, to make sure you know your rights.
Okay, that's interesting. So he's saying, shoot. Let's go see what the sheriff actually tells you and I.
No matter how prepared you are, no matter, you have the right to bear arms. If you have a firearm on you, you run. First thing you do.
Run.
You don't engage.
Don't engage.
For a gun battle, you run. You get your children, you get your family, you get everybody you can get, and you run.
Run.
If there's no way out, you don't know where you're running to, and you can't run, you hide.
You hide. One run, two hide.
If it's you or them, you got to do everything you can to survive. You just got to decide it's going to be you or them, and do whatever you can to survive.
How do you...
Yeah, Shady?
No, I started to say something. I'm back.
I'm still shooting you. I'm shooting you and I'm killing you, and everyone is just looking at what I'm doing. That's real. You need to understand that. So if you're dealing with the threat, deal with the threat.
Boom. But you run and hide, Shady. Okay? This is actual David Hogg. I ripped his video off his own site. Basically, he's practicing his lines. Here we go.
For people that had friends die.
My sister has been crying so much because she lost her 3 best friends that she can't even fucking speak.
No cussing in your lines.
She can't even speak. That's unacceptable.
All right, here's the teacher. Let me see. This is the. Let me see. Yep, this is. Okay, here we go.
Interestingly enough, they were supposed to be doing an active shooter drill, which is where, like, they'll just, I guess, out of nowhere, you know, they'll start firing shots, and then they're going to have to follow the right protocol. So he wasn't sure if this was real or fake. So he texted us. He's like, "Hey, I hear gunshots. Don't know if it's real. I'll let you know what happens." And then now our family's texting us what's going on. And it's real. It's realer than ever right now.
When you say it's real so someone at home can understand, what do you mean by that?
The gunfire was real. There's someone that wants to hurt other people. It's not fake.
Okay. This is David Hogg. How many sisters?
That's 4 of her friends and so many other friends in here.
However, my sister, who's a freshman here, she had 2 of her like best friends die. And the amount of deaths that I've had to deal with my sister having 3 of her best friends die. Sadly, and then my sister she's a freshman and she had 2 of her best friends die.
So beginning was 4. Let's see.
Sadly, my sister lost 4 of her friends and so many other friends.
What's that?
He can't get it right, can he?
Nope. Nope.
He constantly says something different every time, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting, right? So this is another teacher said that they're having a code red drill.
I assumed it was blanks. Here, gunfire. I assume that it's a code red drill because they told us earlier in the day that we're going to be having a code red drill. I assumed it was blanks. So I grabbed all my kids, started yelling at the kids, get back in rooms, get back into rooms. Try to push as many kids into rooms as I can. By the time I get back to my room's door, there's the shooters already up at the tail end of the hall, at the other end, the east end of the building. Heard 2 shots. I didn't see it, but then those 2 shots would have been my friend Scott Beagle, getting shot and killed while trying to save his kids.
Okay.
Gunfire. I assume that it's a code red drill because they told us earlier in the day that we're going to be having a code red drill. I assumed it was blanks.
Yep. Here's another one.
So they had about 6 kids, 5 girls and a guy. They all ran in the room. There was literally nobody else around. I looked up and down the hallway a little bit, maybe like 10, 12 seconds. Closed the door, turned the lights off. We all went in, got back towards the closet, and told my kid, just hang out. And they were nervous, what's going on? I said, look, you know, they could be practicing a code red. They talked about doing this. They even talked about police coming on and, you know, shooting blanks, you know, to see what would happen. You know, and I said, it's kind of weird.
At this point,
they could be practicing a code red. They talked about doing this. They even talked about police coming on and, you know, shooting blanks, you know, to see what would happen. You know, and I said, it's kind of weird.
They could be practicing a code red. They talked about doing this. They even talked about police coming on and, you know, shooting blanks, you know, to see what would happen. You know, and I said, it's kind of weird. Gunfire.
Yep. Interesting, right? So let's see. Is this the same one? No way.
Briefed them beforehand. We had just had all this training.
Oh, training.
And everything less than maybe about 3 weeks ago or so.
You hear that?
So they all knew where to go because I had briefed them beforehand. We had just had all this training and everything less than maybe about 3 weeks ago or so.
Right. So very interesting. This is David Hogg's own YouTube account. It's now gone. I even have the link there. Goes to his webpage, YouTube. Let's just see. Video unavailable. Imagine that. This video is private. All right, so let's go back to the thread. Here we go. This is his own YouTube.
It's just disbelief and kind of like a numbness, like a blank. Like we're not sure what to believe because at first, and I think all of my peers can agree with this, unless, you know, you're in the 1200, we all thought it was a drill. All of us, because we were told beforehand by our teachers that we would have an active shooter drill. So until we saw the headlines, until we saw the videos that were circulating around, until we got the real-time updates, until our parents called us and said, nope, this is real, until we heard the helicopter choppers above us, until we heard the sirens coming to our school. All of us didn't think it was real. So at that point, that's when we realized it was real. And at that point,
Right. Now, this is when they're talking about the drill that day. Here we go.
We've been reporting about the tragedy and the horror, but also the confusion. Some students telling me they thought this was a drill, that there had been a fire alarm earlier in the day, and that they had been told a few weeks ago that there would be an active shooter drill, but never did they imagine it would turn out to be the real thing.
Yep. What you are watching is exclusive footage
This is what
from
they're doing to
NBC
your
News
kids,
of
guys.
an active shooter drill. It's the 13th such drill the school district has staged in the past year.
13th.
And the victims are students, all volunteers.
Because they told us that they were going to have like fake, and have people being taken away and like have them scream or whatever. So I was like, it must be
like in a
fake.
school drill? Like,
Yeah,
is that
like a drill?
I was just thinking of places I would hide or run if in the scenario that had ever happened. I couldn't think of any.
Look, they could be practicing a code red. They talked about doing this. They even talked about police coming on and, shooting blanks, to see what would happen,
And schools all across the country, from Texas to Indiana to Oregon, have staged the kind of drill you are seeing here.
And then I ran past the office, and I saw more people there, like kids I see in choir every day.
Look, she's got her makeup on, guys.
And it was starting to get to me, and then I saw the
But
gunman
Avenatti's
right in front of me.
cleared on all
and
charges,
I stopped,
guys. That's
and
awesome.
I meant to run, but I was kind of
guilty.
frozen in my spot, and he shot me, and I was like, I died. So
It has been to send adults playing the role of homicidal gunmen into schools. It has been to teach kids the best way to shield their bodies from the bullets. This is duck and cover for a new generation. But of course, our old Cold War adversaries are gone. The enemy now is within.
This hits real home to me because it's just a couple, it's like literally less than 50 miles from me, okay? I mean, this is crazy. There's a student that day. She was in makeup because it was a drill. Now, you know why do we have conspiracy theories, guys? Here, look at this. Oh, there's the body. But the camera slows down and pans, and look, there's no head on the body, guys. That's not a person. Here is who did. Look at, there's the shirt. If you can see it, it might not come as too well, but that's a maroon shirt that they threw on this gentleman right here. Look how sweaty he looks. Here are your triplets from Scott Israel. That's who I believe did the shooting, guys. And that's just, obviously I don't know the facts, but I'd like more details, wouldn't you? Right? Here's the teacher. So the first one we saw said that the teacher pulled her in. She got shot in the shoulder. Remember that? Here we go.
Just 1 week ago, Valentine's Day, creative writing teacher Stacy Lapel's class was playing music, writing love letters when the fire alarm went off. As students filed into the hallway, she heard gunfire. The killing had begun.
I was about 2 feet away from my door. All of a sudden I heard gunshots in the stairwell, which is about 20 feet away from my room. And then kids were screaming and then running back towards me and towards the end of the hallway. So I just went in this very strange autopilot mode where I pivoted on my feet. I unlocked my door, and then kids just started pouring in my room. I don't know how many kids were in there, but I was pulling them and getting them in and shouting at them to get in the room. And then I suddenly saw the shooter about 20 feet from me, standing at the end of the hallway, actively shooting down the hallway, just a barrage of bullets. And I'm staring at him thinking, why is the police here? This is strange, because he's in full metal garb, helmet, face mask, bulletproof armor, shooting this rifle that I've never seen before.
Wow. Wow. Enough. By the way, Q just dropped again. Let's check it out. This is Dan Bongino's status. Bigger slam dunk charges, and I believe It's Avenatti, right? Let's see. I'm not playing the game until Durham investigation concludes. I strongly encourage you to do the same. Check this out for more details. And this is The Media Fell Right into the Trap by Dan Bongino. So go ahead and check that out. He's been cued. Mr. Dan Bongino, congratulations. It's amazing, dude. So that's your new Q drop. And kind of want to go back into this one, Shady, and tie it all back together. Let's listen to this real quick. This is interesting. There's 12 here. Let's listen to what this guy's saying.
There is saddened to say that 17 people lost their lives.
How many?
12 people within the building, 2 people just outside the building, 1 person out on Pine Island Road, and 2 people lost their lives in the hospital. There are people that are still undergoing surgery, and just pray for this city, pray for this school, the parents, the folks that lost their lives. It's a horrific, horrific day.
Yep. So there's people outside the building too, right? Mm-hmm. All right. There it is. Dan Bongino. Yep. We already did that Q. That's amazing. I even went over there and said Q sent me. So wow, Shady, what are you thinking of this stuff, huh? Is this why conspiracy theories? Is this how it happens?
This is how they drive a narrative.
Mm-hmm. Here's David Hogg. Let's watch.
On the day of the shooting, I got my camera and got on my bike and rode as fast as I could 3 miles from my house to the school to get as much video and get on as many interviews as I could, because I knew that this could not be another mass shooting.
Wow. I thought let's watch this. Here we go. Which story is it?
Our first response was, that sounded a lot like a gunshot. And we close the door. And we tell our teacher, she closes the door. And right after she does that, the fire alarm gets pulled.
I thought he rode his bike, guys.
On the day of the shooting.
Which is it?
I got my camera and got on my bike and rode as fast as I could 3 miles from my house to the school to get as much video and get on as many interviews as I could, because I knew that this could not be another mass shooting.
Yep. So this is it.
An active shooter. It's not a drill. And it's currently.
Hello.
It's 2:52.
Where are you right now?
I heard 1 gunshot. And we thought it was a drill initially, but it's not. Hopefully I listened.
At around 2:30, we heard a gunshot in my AP Environmental Science class, and we initially thought it was a drill. And then we heard more gunshots. And that was when we realized this was not a drill. This was life or death. Okay. So it's now 3:13, and we've heard supposedly it's a senior, not confirmed at all. The senior is believed to be named Nick Cruz, but this has not been confirmed. This is the latest information that we have, though. We still believe that the person has been neutralized, but we're still currently on lockdown.
We're on lockdown because there was an active shooting. We thought it was a fire drill and went outside, and then people started running because there were shots. I didn't hear them personally, and then I started running.
So
once my phone is dirty, I'm done recording.
So what's your message?
I really don't think there's anything new to say, but there shouldn't have to be, because if you looked around this closet and saw everyone just hiding together, you would know that this shouldn't be happening anymore, and that it doesn't deserve to happen to anyone, and that no amount of money should make it more
that's why
easily
they did it, is for the money.
And that's that.
Okay, so interesting. They're already calling for gun control. So the above video, 141 Hogg said 9:32 a.m., which is strange because the shooting happened around 2:30 p.m. There's so many inconsistencies. So now, to bring it back to what we're talking about today, is the Rose, Shady.
Correct.
You want to kick it off?
I'll let you kick it off.
All right. So the Rose, what does the Rose symbolize? You know, who do we see all the time getting the president, you know, Bette Midler, right? So we got some things. And I want to play some of this for you because we've got 45 days is February 14th, Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day equals the Rose, right? They thought, Bill Cooper said when they finally got it, they will have their symbolism will be the rose, is when they finally reached the point of socialism/communism. Let's just watch what Bill Cooper has to say.
What does the rose represent? Anybody got an answer to that?
Not Rosicrucians, XL.
What is the representation?
So, XL, real quick, to answer your question, Rosicrucians are 2 roses impaled, correct? All right, so this is the rose. Here we go. Let's listen.
Which is symbolized by a slowly opening American Beauty rose. 520-333-4578. There was other good news today also. Craig Smith called. He wanted to know when we're going on the air with television because he wants to help us out by sponsoring the show. You see how these things work? Good evening, you're on the air.
Hi, good evening, Bill. In answer to your question about the American Beauty rose, the red rose,
Yes?
it has many meanings. One that comes to mind is naturally the floral symbol of the International Socialist Society, but it also, I believe, personifies perfection.
That's correct. And what was the goal of the Lodge of the Illuminati?
The perfected man.
The perfected man. And what did they call themselves?
The Illuminati. The illumined ones.
The illumined ones, but before that became their handle, so to speak, they called themselves the Perfectibilists.
Oh, okay, yes, that's right. I remember that now.
Yes, the single red rose, the bud opening up slowly, stands for, represents perfection, the perfection of the human race, the ultimate evolution of man into God, the apotheosis of humanity, or international socialism. Yes, you're absolutely correct.
Do I win a prize?
Well, you certainly win my respect and admiration.
Thank you. You've always had mine.
As you probably are getting the gist of it, we don't have anything around here to give anybody.
I know. I was just teasing you when I said that.
Otherwise, there would be a prize, yes.
But actually, that's the best prize I could ask for, to tell you the truth.
Well, thank you very much.
And thank you.
And thanks for calling. So, you see, folks, it also stands for the secret destiny of America, because those who created this country created it to topple the kings and queens from off their thrones by giving the common man liberty. And if the common man proved worthy and could keep his liberty, his freedom, then that would be the New World Order. If he could not, then it would mean he would have to be controlled, to be literally re-enslaved, because he would be a danger to himself and to the rest of the world. And so the Illuminati are doing that now, because the common man has proven that he more or less is exactly what they say that he is, sheep or cattle. Here's their tenet. A nation, a world of people who will not use their intelligence are no better than animals that do not have intelligence. Such people are beasts of burden and stakes on the table by choice and consent. We are the wolves, and if they will be sheep, someone will eat them. Why not us? They are our legal and lawful prey. So you see, they gave us the most precious of gifts, liberty and freedom, and said, here, in the words of Benjamin Franklin, when he was asked, Ben, what have ye wrought? He said, a republic, if you can keep it. They gave it to us on a silver platter, and we have given it back. If you really want to know what's wrong with America, if you really want to know what's happening to our country, if you really want to know why, go in your bathroom, close your door, and look yourself in the mirror. And the reason I told you to close your door is so that nobody will see the consternation on your brow when you discover what the problem really is. In the immortal words of Pogo, we have found the enemy, and they are us.
And
Okay, folks, time for more questions. You heard the song. Now let's break it down, find out if you are listening and pay attention. In the song, it says that love is reserved for the lucky or the strong. What are they talking about? Who is the lucky or the strong? 520-333-4578. You're going to learn an awful lot tonight, and you're going to learn to pay attention to what you hear on the radio from now on. Good evening, you're on the air.
Good evening, Bill.
Do you know the answer?
I believe would it be the ADEPS?
The lucky or the strong? No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
The adepts are the initiates, or the sons of light, or the brotherhood of man. That's the answer to one question I'm going to ask you tonight, but that's not the answer to this one.
Okay.
This is oppressed humanity crying out because they feel they've been wronged. And love, they can't have love. Love is reserved only for the lucky or the strong.
Okay.
Does that give you a clue?
I better listen.
Okay.
Thanks. Have a good evening, Bill.
Thanks for calling. Thanks for participating. 520-333-4578 is the number. If you know the answer or think you know the answer, call. It doesn't hurt to be wrong, but it's wrong not to participate. Because remember, folks, when we open the phones in this broadcast, it's a participation thing. And without your participation, we can't make this work. I'm doing this to help open your eyes so that you will see. And by golly, all through a lot of the classic literature, and I'm not talking just about the Bible, it makes reference to let those who can see, see, and those who can hear, hear. And if you can't see or hear, you're pretty helpless in the flood of those who can. 520-333-4578. What are they talking about in this song when they say, love is only for the lucky or the strong? Hello? Anybody home? 520-333-4578. Call me up and take a guess. You know? I can wait for you for a long time. We have another hour and a half to go. 520-333-4578 is the number. It's an easy question. What does it mean when it says love is reserved only for the lucky or the strong? Remember what we're talking about. Remember the subject of the song. The title is The Rose. Good evening, you're on the air.
Yeah, Bill, would that be the leaders, those who lead us?
The leaders are?
Well, some people might call the president a leader when actually he's not a leader, the chief administrator, but he...
I need you to talk a lot louder, please.
President Clinton was holding a red rose in Time magazine back when he was elected.
Yes, that was a symbol to the rest of the world that he is a socialist. That's what he was telling the world when he posed for that picture holding one red American Beauty rose. And it wasn't an open rose, it was a rosebud.
And so the lucky and the strong, are they those who would lead us?
Well, that's one thing you could call it. How about the wealthy?
Okay.
How about the middle class? How about the people that have more than me and I want it, but I'm too lazy to work for it, or for some reason I can't get it. Maybe it's not even my fault, but I want it and I'm jealous of them, and I don't think they should have all of that. I think they should give some of it to me. How about that?
I remember seeing in the book Star and the Beast, they showed an old issue of New Age magazine, which was the Freemasons magazine, and the cross with a red rose around it.
Yes.
Is there any meaning to the white rose?
Well, there is in English history.
By the way, John of the Bible, who wrote John in the book of Revelation,
yes.
Do you believe that he was an initiate?
Yes, there's no doubt about it. If you ever study the mysteries and you read the esoteric concealed message in the book of John and in the book of Revelations, there's no doubt about it.
And Paul as well?
Paul as well, yes. In fact, Paul is even more blatant than John. Paul he just comes out and just admits it to anybody who knows anything about the symbology of the mysteries.
Have you seen the information put out by a guy named Al Neal through the Prophecy Club?
No.
He's put out some mind-blowing information about the Bible, such as in Psalms 118. It's the very center of the Bible. It's kind of like the whole Bible is a pyramid. At the very center is the mention of the cornerstone in Psalm 118.
Yes.
The cornerstone could be the top of the pyramid.
Well, what else is the cornerstone?
Jesus.
Jesus.
Right. I was the one that called up and said that in the beginning of the show, right?
Preachers hate to talk to me.
Yeah.
Missionaries hate to talk to me because I ask them questions they can't answer. And I point out things that they never knew. And it drives them crazy. I don't mean to hurt them. I don't want to hurt them. And I'm certainly not trying to tell them that they're wrong. All I'm trying to do is point out to them that in their ignorance, they have no right to preach to me.
By the way, your signal from Maine is fading out very, very rapidly. And I'm right in Connecticut. I'm only a few hundred miles away from Maine.
Well, that could be because of the skip.
I've heard someone say that the word Monticello, the signal comes from Monticello, Maine.
Yes.
That Monticello has some esoteric meaning to it?
Well, it does, yes. But that's not the subject. It's not the subject of tonight's broadcast.
Okay. All right, Bill.
Okay. Thanks for calling. So they're talking about oppressed people who feel that they don't get any of the love. And in all of these things, if you listen to John Lennon's song Imagine, he's painting a picture that to someone who is ignorant and doesn't understand how life really works, they would think that the world that John Lennon is painting is the most incredibly beautiful, wonderful world that you can imagine. No responsibility, no duties, you don't have to work, there's no religion, you don't have to answer to any moral code or anything, and but they don't bother to think it out. Who's going to take care of them? And if somebody's taking care of them, don't they then become their daddy? And don't you have to answer to your daddy? And when you're at home, what was the thing that you most wanted to do in your whole life? Even though you loved your daddy, you wanted to get out from under his control and get out on your own? Socialists don't think these things through. They equate wealth with love. Love in this song is wealth, ladies and gentlemen. Wealth. 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 They believe it's life itself. And so they call it love. It appeals to people. They fall in love with the song and the words to the song, and they have no idea what they're listening to or what it means. The lucky are the strong. Those are the people who have made it in life. They've struggled. They've conquered. They have made a place for themselves. They have a home. They have a meal on the table. They are the lucky or the strong. From a socialist point of view, that's a very bad strata of society because they're keeping you from having it. See, these people never follow it through. They don't understand. Nobody's keeping them from having it. The fact that someone goes out and works hard and makes a place in this world and establishes themselves and is able to bring home the bread for the family and put a roof over their head and clothe them and have a car and a television if they want to, that's not depriving someone else of having it because they have the same opportunity. The same opportunity in this country today, everyone has exactly the same opportunity. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your story is. I will not listen to any whining. I'm black. My parents were poor. I'm just poor white trash. I never had a chance. Baloney. It's a lie. I'm handicapped. So what? I got one leg. I can show you paraplegics who are making their own way in this world, earning their own money, doing quite nicely, thank you. because they would not accept being told that they were helpless and that they were going to be somebody's dependent for the rest of their life. They figured out a way to make a living. Yes, holding a pencil in their mouth, pecking on a computer, the rest of their body dead, lifeless, useless, but not worthless. And if you really want to take a look at somebody, look at Stephen Hawking. One of the greatest minds in the world, teaches in Oxford. Read his book. Read his books, I should say. And then tell me how helpless you are. It is a lie. It's all in your own mind. It is the wine. It is the wine, and I don't mean W-I-N-E that comes in a bottle. I mean the wine, W-H-I-N-E, of a lazy person who does not want to pull his or her load. Children, if you will. What is the winter? What is the winter that they're talking about? 520-333-4578. In the winter, far beneath the bitter snow. What is the winter they're talking about? 520-333-4578. Good evening, you're on the air.
Hey, Bill. I had to leave the shortwave. Did you get an answer for the question about the rose?
Yes. Now we're asking, what is the winter? What is signified by the winter in the song?
Oh, dear. That I don't know. I was going to say, as far as the rose is concerned, Rosicrucianism.
Well, no.
Rosy Cross, Order of the Rosy Cross.
No. Those are the rose impaled upon the cross. That stands, well, that's another thing that I've covered before in the mystery series, but we'll talk about that another night. Right now, I need to know, what does the winter signify in the song The Rose?
Oh, dear, I do not know.
Okay.
No clue. Thank you, Bill.
Thanks for calling. 520-333-4578. Give it a try. My goodness, I'm not going to bite your head off. Participate. Give it a try. 520-333-4578. And if you get it wrong, you should not be embarrassed. Most people in this entire world don't know the answer to this question, but I know that some of you in this audience do. If you've been listening to this broadcast for as many years as I've been doing it, you know what it means. The winter. The winter, ladies and gentlemen. What is the winter? The winter of our discontent. The winter could be said to be the Dark Ages. The winter could be said to be a capitalistic society that frowns upon socialism. The winter could be living under a king or in a republic. Good evening, you're on the air.
Hi, yes again. I believe that the winter here refers to being obscured. They have to remain in obscurity to achieve their goals.
You got it. That's exactly right.
Okay.
It means living in a society that will not accept socialism, does not accept it. So you have to go underground. And where is underground? You got the answer to that too. What's the rest of that verse?
Can you repeat the verse, please?
In the winter, far beneath the bitter snow.
Oh, what's the bitter snow?
Yeah. What's the bitter snow? Coldness. Cast them out.
The fact that they're ostracized?
Yes. But what is it that's doing it? What do they refer to as the bitter snow? The coldness that will not accept them.
Well, they're the people that they wish to win over or dominate, actually.
Yeah, don't ever believe they want to win anybody over. The whole goal of socialism is domination. It is not equality of the masses.
No, but as we see the pattern develop now, they do try to win people over through the buzzword of love, the people who love. only we have the compassion and the loving compassion, and but it is only a use or a ruse to eventually dominate them.
Yes.
They'll eat their lunch eventually.
Who do they hate more than anybody else in the world?
People who think.
People who think, yes, but
not on an intellectual level.
Well, you're kind of on the right track, but you're sort of off of it also.
Yeah. Well, you're sort of leading me too. So
it's individuality.
Okay, very good. I like that answer.
Individuality. Republican government.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I was reading an article today. Ray Harrison in New York Post. He said something, and he said something about America being a democracy. It just goes to show you can't get away from that term.
Well, you can get away from it. Come to my house. It's never mentioned here.
Well, neither at my house either. But you're so right when you say whenever you hear Bill Clinton talk about anything, it's always about democracy. And I posed a bet to a friend one time that it would be interesting to see that if during all during every major speech he makes that's not required of him, the State of the Union address or his report, that he will use only democracy when describing America, but when he is before both houses of Congress, he would generally tend to use the word Republican or Republic. I was wondering if anybody has any thoughts on that idea.
Well, no, let's stick to the problem at hand here.
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Okay, who has an explanation for the bitter snow? What is the bitter snow? The bitter snow. Remember when somebody, I don't know if all of you ever used this or not, but we certainly did in my youth, or in my younger days, I should say. If somebody was trying to fool you, they were giving you a snow job, weren't they? A snow job. So what is the bitter snow? Anybody got an answer for that? 520-333-4578. Somebody was trying to fool you. They were casting over the truth a layer of snow. The snow hides things, doesn't it? The whole world looks different after a snowfall than it did before, and then it will afterward. Good evening, you're on the air.
Yes, Bill, the bitter snow would really be socialism.
The bitter snow is socialism, yes, and it's covered up with a deception, isn't it?
That's correct.
And underneath this deception is the secret, the real secret that they're hiding from the rest of the world.
Which is extremely bitter.
Yes.
That's my comment.
Okay, thank you. What is the seed?
Bye.
In the midst of winter, beneath the bitter snow, lies a seed. Lies a seed. What is the seed, folks? The bitter snow is the fact that they have to exist in secrecy behind a veil of deception. It's bitter. They don't like it. It's hard. They can't live in their perfected society. But what is the seed? What is the seed, ladies and gentlemen, that they're talking about? In the winter, far beneath the bitter snow, lies a seed. 520-333-4578. Who's got the answer? Who has even what they think might be part of the answer? Give me a call right now. 520-333-4578. What is the seed, ladies and gentlemen? What is the seed? The seed. Remember in the mysteries, I gave you all this before. What does Osiris represent? Osiris represents the doctrine. Isis represents the church. The mystical union between the doctrine and the church produces the what? Good evening, you're on the air.
Yeah, hi, Bill.
Hi.
Would the seed be socialism?
No, the seed is not socialism. The seed is, Well, did you hear what I just said about Osiris and Isis?
No, I had the radio turned off in case it takes.
Okay, well, Osiris and the Mysteries, if you listen to my series on the Mysteries, you know that Osiris represents the secret doctrine. Isis represents the church, or the lodge. When the secret doctrine is revealed and practiced in the church or the lodge in secrecy, it is a mystical union which produces what? What is the child of Isis and Osiris?
Horus.
Horus. And what does Horus represent?
The lost word of Freemasonry.
It represents the adepts, the Illuminati,
Okay.
the children who are working behind the veil, the 1,000 points of light. In the winter, far beneath the bitter snow, lies a seed that with the sun's love, what is the sun's love? Do you know that? Spelled S-U-N-S.
Right. Well, okay, then the seed would be all this coming to fruition?
No, the seed is the Illuminati.
Oh, okay.
They're the seed that has been planted with the mystical union between the doctrine and the church, Isis and Osiris, from which will sprout the New World Order.
Yeah,
their work will bring it about.
All right.
They are the seed. They are the children of the light.
Very good. I got it now.
You got it?
Right on.
Okay.
Thanks, Bill.
You're welcome.
God bless.
God bless you too. What is the sun's love? In the winter, far beneath the bitter snow, lies a seed that with the sun's love (520-333-4578). What does the sun represent, ladies and gentlemen? What does the sun represent? You all know the answer to that. What do we call the Illuminati? The philosophers of what? And what does that what stand for? What is the sun? The representation of the sun in the heaven? Hello? Anybody home? 520-333-4578. I can't believe I've been teaching you for this many years and nobody knows the answer to these things. These are basic questions that were covered in every episode of the Mystery Series. Somebody chickened out. Good evening, you're on the air.
Yes, Bill, this is Annette in Barnesboro.
Annette, I need you to talk a lot louder. I can barely hear you.
I'm sorry. The sun represents the light, doesn't it?
The light, but what is the light?
Well, Lucifer.
What did Lucifer do? What is the metaphor in the Garden of Eden? What was the light? What did Prometheus give to mankind?
Well, I don't know about Prometheus.
Prometheus is Lucifer. It's just another metaphor for Lucifer.
I see. Well, he, according to my understanding, Lucifer seduced Eve and produced Cain.
Nope, that's wrong. Remember, we're talking in the mysteries. We're not talking about what you believe in your personal religion.
Well,
we're talking about the people who follow the teachings of the New World Order. They don't believe in God or Lucifer or the devil or any of that. They believe that these are all metaphors for secret esoteric truths.
Well, then I must say that is a layer below the higher adepts, because the higher adepts do believe.
No, they don't. They believe that man is God. That's their whole premise. Man is God. And through the use of what this sun's love represents, man will conquer the universe and will live forever. That's the promise of Lucifer in the Garden of Eden. Ye shall be as gods, and ye will not surely die.
Well, because he was talking about...
You're trying to mix the teachings of the mystery schools with what you believe in your personal religion, and the two are not synonymous.
Well, as I mentioned earlier today, it's just a counterfeit of the real thing.
No, that's what you believe in your personal religion. You're entitled to believe that.
But in their writings, that the world that they are going to bring into being, that the philosophy that I'm discussing is manifested. They actually.
Annette.
Yes.
What you believe in your personal religion has absolutely nothing to do with the teachings in the mystery religions. It has absolutely nothing to do with the world that they wish to bring about.
Yes, but there are layers,
Annette, that's what you believe in your religion. You must keep.
What I'm saying is that what they teach at different levels is not the same thing.
What I am revealing to you tonight is what is taught at the very highest level.
Well, this is not the place to dispute that, but I would like to mention something. When you had said that they brought us the Republic as an experiment, what you were indicating is that the Illuminati gave us America, and I would disagree with that. I believe that there was a time.
You're entitled to disagree with it.
Well, I mean, I believe that.
But this is not the subject of tonight's broadcast.
I see. All right.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say this again. I've said it a million times. I'm not here to argue your personal theology. Do you know how many churches there are in this world? Out of their secret libraries. I have given it to you in their own words. If you want to argue religion or proselytize somebody, go out to the park and get a soapbox. Please don't do it on this show. Okay? What does the Son's love represent? Good evening, you're on the air.
Hey,
Need you to talk a lot louder.
okay. I want to relate to the Council of the Elders.
Pardon?
No.
I didn't hear what you said. I can barely hear you. You need to put your mouth right in front of your receiver and talk real loud.
Okay, the Son, does it relate or have any relationship with the Council of the Elders?
It could have in one respect, but that's not the real answer. That's kind of like the first answer we had tonight.
Oh.
It's partly right, but it's really wrong.
Okay, well, I'm going to hang up and let somebody else in.
Okay, but thanks for calling.
Okay.
520-333-4578. I've given you the answer to this a million times, folks. Good evening, you're on the air.
Hi. Does it have to do with the love of the Illuminati self, the love of man?
No, you're way off there. What does the sun, remember when I did the mystery series, did you hear that series?
Yeah.
What does the light represent? What does the fire represent? What does the sun represent?
The illumination of
And you've got to talk real loud.
Okay, I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, thank you for trying. Thanks for calling. 520-333-4578. Come on, folks. I have given you the answer to this. While we're waiting for the next call, I just missed this. I'm going to do it right now. You're listening to WBCQ, Monticello, Maine, USA. This is the hour of the time. I'm William Cooper. Good evening. You're on the air. Knowledge. Intellect. Remember, they're the philosophers of fire. What is the object of their worship?
Knowledge, their secrets.
Knowledge. That's absolutely right. The intellect, to be more correct. The object of their worship is the intellect of man. Since man is the only creature ever given the ability to think and reason, they believe that the collective mind of man is the mind of God. And through the use of this intellect, which is the representation of Son's love, through the use of the intellect, Son's love, in the winter, far beneath the bitter snow, lies a seed that with the Son's love are the use of the intellect, the perfection of the race. In the spring, what is the spring? I bet you got the answer to that too. Hello?
The rebirth.
The rebirth or the new what?
New horizons.
You're close. You're really close. What happens in the morning?
The sun rises.
The sun rises. What do we call that?
Sunrise.
Dawn. The dawn.
The dawn.
The dawn. In the new dawn. The spring is the new dawn. The renewal after the death. After the death of the old order, there will be a renewal, a rebirth, the new dawn. That's the spring. In the winter, far beneath the bitter snow, lies a seed that with the sun's love in the spring will become the rose. What does the rose represent? We have gone full circle now. What does the rose represent?
Socialism.
Socialism are the perfection of the race. The new utopian world society built upon the ashes of the old. Wow.
The Aryan Empire.
You got it. It is racist, and they have fooled the blacks and the Hispanics and all of these poor people that socialism is the answer to their problems. But let me ask you something. Did you ever see a black or a Hispanic or an Oriental sitting on the Politburo in the Soviet Union?
No way.
No way. Did you ever see them in a leadership position ever anywhere? Did you ever see Jews in leadership positions?
Not in the Soviet bloc, no.
No. Did you ever see them commanding the military?
No.
They fooled them, haven't they?
Totally.
The Illuminati, or the sixth root race, is a lie. It's a deception. It is racist to the core. That is why the Masonic Lodge, for all of its history until just recently, never allowed a black man in its doors, never allowed a woman in its doors, never allowed anybody in its doors who wasn't of the Aryan race in this country and in England and in other parts of the world where lodges were established. They were used to foment the purposes of the eventual socialist goal of a one-world government. But when it comes to about, those people will be subjugated to the rule of the Anglo-Aryan race. Believe it, it's true. They believe they're the superior race, and that their goal is to help the inferior races in their evolutionary development. And if they're not able to develop properly,
The hand that holds the rose.
yeah. Thanks for calling. You were right, absolutely right.
Okay, good night.
Good night. You see, folks, how it goes? You see how it is? They believe those races which cannot ultimately develop properly in their evolutionary path according to what the adepts of the Illuminati think they should develop as, they will be called useless eaters and eliminated. Eventually, it may take a long time, but that's the goal. I found it in all their writings. I've revealed it to you on this broadcast many, many times. Listen once again, and this time listen very, very carefully. bet you
Wow,
listen
guys,
to that talk.
that's amazing, right, guys? And I'm getting some desktop audio feedback. How you guys doing? Hope you guys enjoyed that decryption of the song "The Rose" and what it means to Bernie Sanders and Obama and Hillary. Shady, are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right. I know you'd like to say a couple words, I'm sure.
Yeah, I really would. I'm telling you, the emotion I feel listening to Mr. Cooper is overwhelming. I'm a little bit out of my skin right now because going back and hearing this gentleman talk, thinking about listening to him on the radio so many years ago, hearing the way that he dealt with people, that spoke with people and was direct and so honest and so genuine, and to bring so much truth that he brought to this world, it's encrypted in our society, guys. And we talked a minute about the 93, and we talked a minute about some of this other stuff to do with Parkland and the MK Ultra. The reason we're talking about this stuff is directly relative to what Mr. Cooper was just speaking of there. What they are is what they put in front of you. And I would like for you to just step back for just a second. Step back for just a second and look at what he's saying there and what you're seeing in front of you. Who are the racists? Who are the ones who want you divided? What are they doing right in front of you today on TV, in every mainstream news organization, corporation, article, program that you can think of? Division. And what have we talked about over and over again in the Q movement and with our country? Division. Where does it really come from? Where do we really hide that division? And you just saw we hide it in plain sight. You hide it in your movies. We hide it in your TV programs. We hide it in your books. What is The Wizard of Oz? What is Alice in Wonderland? What are all of these stories about mirrors? Think mirror. The 93, think mirror. The rose, guys. The rose is their control over you, their belief that the system will control you. And their innate desire is to bring it about and enslave humanity and make sure that you stay under the boot of the authoritarians for infinity. Infinity. They don't mean for tomorrow. Whenever they tell you there's nothing new under the sun, what are they talking about? Why can they not create? Why are you so beautiful? Why are you so beautiful? Why are your thoughts and feelings and emotions and aspects and creativity, why is that so spectacular? Why are they trying to destroy that in our humanity? Why are they trying to take that away? Why are they trying to make you look at this person that looks like that is this and makes you think that? At the same time, what they're doing is making you do their work for them, ladies and gentlemen. They have been making you toil. They have made you bent over in the fields. You have been reaping their harvest for centuries, Anons. Centuries. Not years, not decades, centuries. Our ability to collectively stand up is their worst nightmare. Q, POTUS, you, us, Matrixxx, this show, our movement, it all means something. It all means exactly the antithesis of what they're perpetuating. And every single thing you see written about QAnon is what? Far right, fringe, racist conspiracy. What is projection? Our lives on this planet, in this realm, mean more than anyone can understand. It means their complete control will fail if your unity succeeds. It is simple as 1 + 1 is 2. If they can prevent you from being unified in any level, separate you because of your religion, separate you because you don't think what this person thinks, attack Q people because they think this instead of that, attack this because of that, every single thing. What are you watching? You're watching a worldwide attempt to take down the last bastion of freedom, an attempt to build up a nation of wealth so that you could undermine it and take it under control and then utilize it to enslave the rest of the world easy on the backs of the American worker. Your money pays for it. And it's time that we all get a little more mad, Matrixx. I am so thankful for this opportunity to speak. I'm so thankful for this forum to speak in. I'm so thankful for my partner in justice in the Matrixxx. I'm so thankful for all of you. I'm so thankful for every single loving heart spirit that has come to this, for everyone who was divided, for everyone who went astray, for everyone who doesn't give a rat's behind. I love you too. I love you too. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care if you don't agree with me. I don't care if you don't believe what I believe. I don't care if you haven't read what I read. I don't care. It means nothing to me. You are a human being who has the beautiful initial power to create within your spirit like nothing else ever existed on this planet. Please recognize that power. And recognize that that power used in detriment of others demeans your own value. It takes away your value. It makes you less. Doesn't matter who they are. I don't care if they're Democrats. I don't care if they're Canadian. I don't care if they're Mexican. I don't care if they're Japanese. I don't care if they were Hindus. I don't care if they believe whatever. It does not matter. And that's what this man was trying to tell us so many years ago. He was trying to say it to you. He was trying to tell the world. And if he were alive today, I'll bet you by God, he would be doing the exact same thing he was doing then. Because he feels the same way I do. And he feels the same way Matrixxx does. And that's the reason that we come here. And that's the reason that we want to see Q and the president succeed, guys. Because we see the fight is real, and we see that we are making a real difference, a change. We're changing the future. And I appreciate everyone who's come along with us on this journey. This has been an amazing experience, Matrixxx. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate all of these voices who decided to set themselves aside and to maybe walk a different path, to maybe participate in something bigger than anyone has ever known and blaze a path on this planet instead of walking in the footsteps of others. Matrixxx, thank you.
Yeah, Shady, man. Thank you. That was just brilliant. Wow. I'm blown away with, the way that you speak, and I know everybody else is here too. And I felt that you'd like that show, and I wanted to bring it around to say rest in peace to all of the victims in Parkland that lost their lives, the 17 of them, on the 45th day, on the day that people get red roses.
Yes.
You guys
Symbolism.
understand? See? It will be their downfall. Shady, I want to just real quick, Queued Up and Poussin are hosting a show tonight.
Yes, I heard about this.
It'll be in Discord. So if you're a Q Army Plus member, get over there 9:30 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be talking about gematria, since we're, getting some flack on it. We needed to look into it. I'm telling you, come on tonight. If you guys are Q Army Plus members, get over there, okay? It's amazing. They'll go through some of the proofs that we've done. Poussin is really taking it off, and don't forget to get over there. LK Dark Delight says, thank you, Shady. Amy Gray says, way to go, Shady. United States of Q is going to be there. Cat Cuddler, wow. I'm going to stop in, too. You guys might see Matrixxx over there at 9 p.m. Eastern. I want to hang out with you guys. So please, if you guys are supporting this channel with the Q Army Plus, get over there. And we'll catch you out. No Q Lounge Live tonight. Shady's doing some things that that he can't make it tonight for the Q Lounge Live.
I'm supposed to take my lady out for dinner tonight, Matrixxx, and also I've got
It is Valentine's Day, right?
and I also have a massive internet shortage here. Just to let you guys know, I'm really sorry that I haven't gotten to do the lounges recently. I have internet issues with the time, and my current service provider is a real big pain in the butt right now. So it's amazing I can even get on here and do this with you, brother.
And that's kind of like why we did a pseudo Matrixxx Groove / Q Lounge Live tonight. That's kind of what we did here.
A little bit more for today, because we wanted to bring this together for you guys and have an understanding of the greater picture here. This is something spectacular we've been watching, man. I mean, this is spectacular.
It is. And guys, please keep it coming. Your support is greatly needed and appreciated. We're not financed by anybody that's, what do you call it? We're not financed, period. So we got a lot of things coming on right now. We got the coffee crew out there. It says, Pamela, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, so 9 p.m. Eastern would be, what is that? 6 p.m. Eastern, right? So get over there. I'm crying. Christ Believer, amen. God bless you. Thank you so much for your beautiful word, Shady Groove, is what Christ Believer says. Jackie Canella, Pagan Holiday. Yeah, well, we just went over it, right? Didn't we? Wow is right. And, it's time. And we see things happening. We saw the POTUS get asked, do you know, Anonymous, do you know who they are? And pretty soon, we're going to get that question. And I'd like to bring up this song right here to end this show, Shady. Severe.
Thank you.
Force the cue. That's the real Severe on Twitter, Severe Anon. Gotta love that, man. I tell you, hopefully I've been in touch, and I've been, Lori Bango, if you're still out there, let's get in touch soon. I'd love to have you on the show. I know that you've been contacting. Misunderstood, will you do another meet and greet soon? Yeah, by the way, before we head out of here, we've got the Red Pill Roadshow coming up, and I believe Shady is going to make it as well. But
in April.
Yes, this is April 18th. Guess who's going to be there, guys? You're not going to believe it. Shady Groove. That's it. That's all I care about. Shady's going to be there.
You're going to be there.
In the Hulktrix.
I'm not going if you're not going.
Look at this. We got, right here, we got Dylan Wheeler, Jordan Sather, Shady, Kate Buckley. She's been doing some good work. Gene Ho. He's awesome. Who's this guy?
Jeff Peterson.
Yeah, and we got to get you on there, Shady, as well. We'll get you in contact with Alyssa unless you already are. Ben and Rob will be there, the host of Edge of Wonder. That'll be great. I'd love to meet those guys. They've done some of the Payseur stuff after we released it. That was awesome. Nadine Ho is also going to be there. She pursues truth as well. And then, obviously, Just Informed podcast, Just Informed Craig, Just Informed Talk. So, guys, we love you, Shady. Thank you very much. Happy Valentine's Day to all you guys. Oh, Anonymous Info. Love you. I just saw you in there. How you doing?
Very, very happy Valentine's Day. And tomorrow, if any of you guys are out here in Oregon, there is an event supporting the president in Eugene tomorrow at near the library up there. And I plan on going up there and hanging out with Joe Ray for a few minutes, the candidate for Senate out here in Oregon. So if you're out here this way, ride by up there and maybe we'll hang out and talk for a few minutes.
Oh, that'd be awesome, guys. Maybe Shady will tweet that out a little later. But it's going to be interesting in Oregon, right? A meetup for Trump. That's going to be great. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, it should be it should be interesting.
By the way, i70paintball.com. If you're in that area, get over there. That is I-70. He will also be at the Red Pill Roadshow because he is a sponsor, and I met him last time. That guy's huge, dude. He's tall. Like, he looks like a little dude, but he's tall.
He's a big one, huh?
He's a big one. Guys, so guys, thank you very much. We are still live, Paul Nelson. Where in Oregon again? Eugene, you said?
Eugene, yep, near the library.
Okay, Eugene, near the library, Pamela. And let's see, the Sofa Bums.
Or maybe at the library. I'm not exactly sure. I just know it's in that area.
Wait, deplorables can't read.
What?
They can't read. Only people that love roses and socialism can read, apparently.
they can't learn anything, can they? Right
on, guys. Hey, that's our show. This is your Matrixxx Grooove Hour with a little bit of a twist of the Q Lounge Live with Shady Groove. No Q Lounge Live tonight. Go out there and have some time with your loved ones. Have a good, what do you call it, Valentine's Day, guys?
Yes, sir.
The best point is just to be with your loved ones and take some time for yourself, guys. All right, so I think our president is asking us to go.
17!
Let's go. He's saying let's go. We got to go. We got to go, Shady. All right, guys, we'll see you a little bit later, Monday, and much, much love. Wow, guys, what a show. Thank you very much for coming. That was Bill Cooper, Shady Groove, in the Matrixxx. Shady Groove with 3 O's on Twitter. Queued up right there in Poussant tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern in our Discord. If you are not a member, get to be a member. Mods will drop the link right now to be a member. And also, hopefully, help you out, too, a little bit. Because it's a little bit confusing. You got to get the Discord app, sync your YouTube. Sometimes it takes a while. Be patient, okay? It takes a while sometimes, especially on the phone. You guys are amazing. Wow. I'll see you tonight, 9 p.m. Discord, Eastern. That's 9 p.m. East, 6 o'clock West, in Discord with all my Valentines. I love you all. Thank you for coming. And spread this show, guys. Hit the thumbs up on your way out. Please support us any way you can. Much love. Peace.